Let's look at differentials. Okay, so pretty straightforward it is. Y is equal to x square minus 2x. When we differentiate, we write it as dy by dx equal to 2x minus 2. Now what we do is we write dy in terms of dx, x and dx. So this becomes dy is equal to 2x minus 2 dx. So this and this are the differentials, dy and dx. Okay. Second one, y is equal to minus square root of. Remember, this can be written as minus x to the power of 1 by 2. So dy by dx is equal to minus 1 by 2 times x to the power of half minus 1, that is minus half. So square root of x comes down. And we write it as dy equal to minus 1 to root x dx. Okay. Let's look at the third one. Y is equal to x cube plus 3 dy. Now that we know, we can directly write it. 3x square dx. Fourth one. Y is equal to x square minus 4x plus 3. Dy is equal to 2x minus 4 dx. Okay. If we have to look at a slightly more complicated one, let's look at this. Y is equal to x square minus sec x. Again, dy is equal to 2x minus sec x, we know is tan x sec x dx. Okay, sixth one, let's say w is equal to e to the power of x to the power of 4 minus 2x square plus 4x. Again, dw is equal to, differentiate this, e to the power x to the power of 4 minus 2x square plus 4x times derivative of the new power exponent. That gives us 4x cube minus 4x plus 4, and this whole thing dx, which gives us 4 we can take common out. So 4 e to the power of x to the power of 4 minus 2x square plus 4x times x cube minus x plus 1 dx. Let's look at the seventh one. F of x equal to y is equal to, let's say it is given as natural log of 2x sine 2x. Okay. So this would be dy is equal to 1 by 2x times 2 sine 2x as it is, plus the natural log of 2x times cos 2x times 2 dx. So here 2 and 2 cancels, and we have sine 2x by x plus 2 natural log of 2x cos 2x dx. Right? The idea is basically take this dx and write dy in terms of x and dx. Y is equal to minus x cube minus 2. Okay. And we have been given a initial point, that is x naught equal to minus 2. And we have been told that there is a delta x, that is change in x is r. And we have been also told that dx is equal to delta x. What do we have to figure out? We have to figure out two things. We have to figure out delta y, and we have to figure out dy. So we have to figure out these two. If x naught equal to minus 2, y naught will be what? What is the function? Minus 2 cube and a minus is already there. So minus 2, which gives us minus times minus 8 minus 2, which gives us 8 minus 2, which is 6. Okay. Now, because we have been given the change delta x, x1 would be minus 2 plus half, which gives us minus 3 by 2. Now, if x1 is equal to minus 3 by 2, y1 would be minus 3 by 2 cube minus 2, right? That is the function that is given to us. So this becomes minus 27 by 8 minus 2, which is 27 by 8 minus 2, which is 27 minus 16 by 8, which is 11 by 8. So what will be the delta y? It is change in y. So delta y will be y1 minus y naught, which is equal to 11 by 8 minus 6, which is 11 minus 48 by 8, which is minus 37 by 8. So delta y is done. So dy, now to figure out dy, we have to take the derivative minus x cube minus 2. So minus 3x square dx, right? And here minus 3, we take the x naught. X naught is what? X naught is minus 2. So minus 2 square. Now we have also been given that delta x is half and dx is equal to delta x. So delta x is half, so which means this is also half. We get minus 3 times 4 by 2, so 2 2's, which is minus 6. So this is dy and this is delta y. Okay. Now let's look at the eighth one. Y is equal to square root of x, and the x naught is given as 6, and we are given that dx is equal to delta x, which is equal to minus 3. So if the change is minus 3, that means x1 is equal to 6 plus minus 3, that is 6 minus 3, which is 3. Now if x naught is 6, y naught will be square root of 6 and y1 will be square root of 3, which means delta y, change in y, would be root 3 minus root 6. Okay. Now dy will be, differentiating this, we get 1 by 2 square root of x dx. So which means 1 by 2 square root of x. Here we have to look at the x naught. So square root of 6 times dx. Now dx is nothing but delta x, which is minus 3. So minus 3, which gives us minus 3 by 2 root 6. Root 6, rationalizing it, we get minus 3 root 6 by 2 times 6. So 3 2's, we get minus root 6 by 4. This is the dy. Okay. So that was 8th. Let's look at the ninth one. Y is equal to x square minus 4x plus 2, x naught equal to 1, dx equal to delta x equal to 5 by 2. The change in x is 5 by 2. Now if x naught is 1, then y naught will be 1 minus 4 plus 2, that is 3 minus 4, that is minus 1. And if delta x is 5 by 2, x1 will be 1 plus 5 by 2, that is 7 by 2. If x1 is 7 by 2, y1 will be 7 by 2 square, that is 49 by 4 minus 4 times 7 by 2. So 2 to 7 to 14 plus 2, which gives us 49 by 4 minus 12, which is 14, 12 fours 48. 49 minus 48 is 1 by 4. So delta y is going to be 1 by 4 minus minus 1, which is 1 by 4 plus 1, which is 5 by 4. Now let's figure out dy. dy is, we need to differentiate it now, 2x minus 4 dx. And at x naught, it will be 2 times x naught is 1. So 2 minus 4 dx is equal to delta x, which is 5 by 2. So 5 by 2. So minus 2 times 5 by 2, 2 cancel. So we have minus 5 is the dy. Okay. 10th one, y is equal to 3 by x. X naught is given as 2. Dx equal to delta x is given as 3 by 2. X naught is 2 means y naught is 3 by 2. X1 will be 2 plus 3 by 2, which is 2 to 4, 7 by 2. If x is 7 by 2, then y1 will be 3 by 7 by 2, which is 3 divided by 3, 7 by 2, which is 3 times 2 by 7, which is 6 by 7. See, many times we end up making mistakes here. Okay, that's why I tend to take it step by step. Okay, so now what will be delta y? Y1 minus y naught. So which means 6 by 7 minus 3 by 2, which gives me 12 minus 21 by 14, which is equal to minus 9 by 14. Okay, what about dy? We need to differentiate it. That gives us x to the power of minus 1. So minus 3 by x square. Substituting dx, minus 3 by x naught. X naught is 2. So 2 square is 4 times dx. Dx is nothing but delta x, which is 3 by 2. So 3 by 3. So we get minus 9 by, okay, 11th one. Y is equal to minus x cube plus 1. X naught equal to minus 1. Dx equal to delta x is equal to minus half. Remember, in these problems, we have to figure out delta y and dy. So, x naught equal to minus 1. So, y naught will be minus minus 1 cube plus 1, which is minus minus 1, that is plus 1 plus 1, which is 2. Okay. Now, x1 will be minus 1 minus half, which is going to be minus 3 by 2. So y1 will be minus minus 3 by 2 cube plus 1, which is minus into minus plus 27 by 8 plus 1, which gives us 27 plus 8 by 8, which is 35 by. So delta y is going to be y1 minus y naught, which is 35 by 8 minus 2, which is 35 minus 16 by 8, which is equal to 35 minus 16 is going to be 19 by 8. So that is delta y. Now we have to figure out dy. Now which means we have to take the derivative. The derivative will be minus 3x square. So minus 3 x square dx, and substituting the value of x naught, we get minus 3 times minus 1 square, and dx is nothing but delta x, which is minus half, which is equal to minus 1 square is 1. So minus 3 times minus 1 by 2, which is 3 by 2. So this is delta y and this is dy. Let's do something interesting. 11th, now 12th. Let's say we have been asked to figure out the cube of 8.0. Yeah, we can do it the long way, but let's see how we can use derivatives to figure out this. Now, let me just shortly explain this. Remember, definition of f prime of x is equal to f of x plus delta x is minus f of x by delta x, right? Okay, so basically this is a function. So what I'm going to do is, instead of taking the cube of 8.02, I will split this into 8 plus 0.02 and see how I can figure out the function of that. And the function is qb. So this delta x goes this side and f of x comes this side. So we end up with f of x plus f prime of x delta x is equal to f of x plus delta x. So which means this is what I'm going to use for this. So just watch the fun. Now here f of x is going to be x cube, right? And we know f prime of x is going to be 3x square, right? Okay. Now here what I'll do is x naught I'll take it as h, and delta x I will take it as 0.02. Okay. And now I'll use this f of x plus delta x is equal to f of x plus f prime of x delta x. Okay. Now this will be what? 8 plus 0.02, that is 8.02. F of x, f of h plus f prime of 8 times delta x. Delta x is 0.02, which gives me 8 cube plus derivative would be 3x square, so 3 times 8 square times 0.0, which gives me 8 cube is 512 plus 3 times 64, 0.02. Be careful, suddenly don't mistake this dot as decimal. So 512 plus 64 times 3 is going to be 192, 0.02, which is equal to 512 plus this comes to 2 2's 4, 9 2's 18, 1, 2 1's 2, 3. Two decimal places, so 3.84, which gives us 515.84. This is the result. Now, this would be an approximate value. The exact value is actually 515.849608, which is quite close, right? Up to two decimal places. A difference of only 0.01 if we do the rounding here. So pretty good. Now let's look at the next problem. Next problem is going to be 13th. Now we are given cube root of 64.1. So again, we can convert this into a function y is equal to x to the power of 1 by 3. And again, what we are going to do is we are going to take x naught equal to 64 and delta x equal to 0.1, right? And we know if this is f of x, f prime of x is going to be 1 by 3 x to the power of 1 by 3 minus 1, which is 1 by 3 x to the power of minus 2 by 3, which is 1 by 3 x to the power of 2 by 3. Okay, just to be careful. Okay, so remember we have this f of x plus delta x is equal to f of x plus f prime of x times delta x, right? So here we substitute x naught for x and delta x as it is. So this will become f of x naught plus delta x is equal to f of x naught plus f prime of x naught delta x, which is equal to f of x naught is going to be 64. Cube root of 64 we know is 4 plus f prime of x naught. X naught is 64 and this is f prime. So 1 by 3 times 64. 2 by 3, I will write it as 1 by 3 square, right? Be careful and don't include 3 into the square. Times delta x. Delta x is 0.1. So 0.1. Now 4 plus 1 by 3 times. Now cube root of 64 is 4. 4 square is 16 times 0.1. Again, this is decimal and this is multiplication. So 4 plus 0.1 by 16 is 48, which can be written as 4 plus 1 by 480, which gives us 400 plus 1 1, 4 8 32 3, 4 4 16 plus 3 19 by 480. So this is the value of cube root of 64.1. Okay, so that was 13th one. Now let's look at the 14th one. Let's look at sine 91 degree. Again, x naught, we take it as 90, nearest standard angle. So x naught, let's take it as 90 degree, which we write it in terms of radians. And delta x is going to be 1 degree, which is equal to 1 times pi by 1. Okay. Again, we know f of x naught plus delta x is equal to f of x naught plus f prime of x naught delta x. This would give us, this is going to be 90 plus 1. So 91 degree. So here now f of x naught is sine. So sine pi by 2 plus f prime. So derivative of sine is cos of pi by 2 times pi by 180. Sine pi by 2 is 1 plus cos pi by 2 is 0. So this whole thing is 0, which is 1. Again, pi by 2 is 90. So 91 degree also it is showing it as 1. That is why I said it is an approximation. Okay, 15th one. Instead of saying 15th one, let's look at slightly, let's make a slight change to this sine 91. Instead of saying sine 91, let's say sine 28 degree. Okay. Now in this case, x naught would be the nearest standard angle, that is 30 degree. That is pi by 6. Delta x would be what? 28 is minus 2 away. So minus 2. We have to write it in terms of radians. So 180, which gives us minus pi by 90. Again, we use f of x naught plus delta x is equal to f of x naught plus f prime of x naught delta x. See, repeatedly you write it so that you start getting the muscle memory. Okay, so f of x naught will be sine of pi by 6 plus f prime is going to be cos of pi by 6 times delta x, which is minus pi by 9, which gives us sine pi by 6 is what? 1 by 2 plus cos pi by 6 is root 3 by 2 times minus pi by 90, which gives us 180 LCM. So what do we get? 2 is already there. So 90 minus pi root 3. So this is the value for sine 28. Okay. So this was what? 14th. Let's look at 15th. 1.03 to the power of 4. We can always, multiply it consecutively. But let's see how to do it through derivatives. Now, this is f of x equal to x to the power of 4. So f prime of x is going to be 4x cube. Okay. Now here x naught we will take it as 1. and delta x would be 0.03. F of x naught plus delta x is equal to f of x naught plus f prime of x naught times delta x, which gives us 1 to the power of 4 plus f prime is 4 times 1 to the power of 3. Delta x is 0.03, which gives us 1 plus 4 times 0.03, which gives us 1 plus 4 3 is 12, two decimal places, so 0 point, which means our answer is 1.12. This again is a very good approximation, because my calculator says it is actually 1.125508881. There might be many more decimal points as well. I have not checked that. 16th one, square root of 9 point, again the function, if we write it in that form, it will be square root of x. F prime of x is going to be 1 by 2 root x. Here x naught we will take it as 9 and delta x will take it as 0.2. So again f prime, no, not f prime, f of x plus delta x naught plus delta x is equal to f of x naught plus f prime of x naught delta x, which gives us f of 9, that is square root of 9, that is 3, plus f prime, so 1 by 2 square root of 9 times 0.2, which gives us 3 plus 1 by 6 times 0.2, which gives us 3 plus 2 by 60, so that is 1 by 30, which gives us 1 by 30, 91 by 30, which gives me 3.0333. In this case, since it is a repeating number, so it would be an approximation. Okay, so that was 16th. And finally 18th. Let's say we have y is equal to minus 2 by x. X naught is minus 5. Bx is equal to delta x equal to 5 by 2. And what we have to do is figure out delta y and dy. Okay. So if x naught equal to minus 5, y naught will be minus 2 by minus 5, which is 2 by 5. Okay. Now, x1 will be minus 5 plus 5 by 2, which is minus 10 plus 5, that is minus 5 by 2. So y1 will be minus 2 divided by minus 5 by 2, which is minus 2 times 2 by minus 5, which gives me minus 4 by 5. Minus minus cancels. We have y0 and y1. So delta y is going to be y1 minus y0, which is equal to 4 by 5 minus 2 by 5, which is 2 by 5. Now, dy would be, we have to differentiate it, minus 2 by x. So minus 2 times x to the power of minus 1. So minus comes down. So this will become plus by x square, right? Dx. And now substituting x naught. X naught is minus 5. So minus 5 square dx is nothing but delta x, which is 5 by 2. So 2 cancels. We have 5 by 25, which is 5, 1 by 5. So dy is 1 by 5 and delta y is 2 by 5. Okay, so that's it.